Now, we're just going to get into this one straight away because, of course, this is not a super long post, but we finally got a new post on the S&box website, specifically named Game Jam Debrief. So let's get into it. So for the folks that already know, I'll just put up a summary. Basically, Gary Facepunch, they wanted to go and make a game jam, the first of its kind, specifically for S&box, and they had announced it last month within February, giving them a total of at least 3 to 4 weeks to go and have developers in the community make their own games and post them up to possibly get judged to become winners within this game jam. So as Gary mentions within this blog post, earlier this year, we took the decision to move S&box to a whole new way of making games, which is mentioning the new scene system that is currently within the game. Previously, our game loop was the source engine, the same as Half-Life, the same as Gary's mod, the same as Team Fortress. Tried and tested, although that has worked for 25 years, I felt that ultimately over time, I'd regret not switching to a simpler system. As a result of this decision, we killed every game that was created previously, which is true. All these games are on the Entity system, and that was basically kind of based on the way that you would create games and mods and things, kind of like how Gary's mod was, as Gary mentioned within that specific blog post. But this ultimately destroyed the entire landscape of games that was available, making a slight divide within the community because of this change overall. And now that we have the new scene system, obviously, this game jam was a main thing to get more people interested. Game contests are something that we talked about internally for a while, and this seems like a great time to start doing them. So we started building the underlying contest system and launched our first game contest. The contest started slow. The first entries were low effort or meme games. For a moment, I thought it was going to be a disaster. So what was obvious was that people didn't really want to show their cards too early. We tried to encourage a bit more community interaction by introducing the news feed where games could post updates. I think ultimately this was too hidden for people to care, but people started using it. Over time, as more games got revealed, I got a bit more relaxed. A large aspect of the game contest was to test the scene system to make sure people could do what they wanted to do. This ended up working pretty good. Bugs were found, issues were made, bugs were fixed. Not always as fast as I would have liked, but issues getting fixed is very important. We're in a really good position right now where someone can make a minimal project showing a bug, zip it up, post an issue, and when we download it and unzip it, run the .sbproj file, and it loads and shows the issue instantly. There's still plenty of issues and we're committed to solving them, but we're in a much better position now thanks to the contest and the people who bothered reporting issues. You know, playtesting these games is like Christmas morning. You see all the presents laid out, you pick one, unwrap it, socks. You pick another, unwrap it, socks again. So you pick another, and an electric guitar. WTF. The stuff people managed to do was amazing. I know every inch of the scene system, and I couldn't understand how some games had done what they'd managed to do. In my most optimistic expectations, I thought we'd get 15 Flappy Bird type games. That level of complexity, that level of depth, the stuff people have managed to do has really impressed me. I had a couple of moments of validation when playing these. You know, when you work on an engine like this, all you see is bugs and issues. Everywhere you look, you see things wrong, things missing, or things that are substandard. So when you get to play with it for a bit, nothing goes wrong, the fog kind of clears and you can see what you're doing and that's working and that it works and that you can make it even better and it feels good. So this is going to be an interesting one. This is more talking about the multiplayer aspect of the game. We have things to do here for sure. We need to bring party mode back and figure out a bunch of stuff about how to leave a party when you're in the game, party chat, and etc. But holy crap, this new multiplayer system works. Someone creates a lobby and you join it and it just works. When they leave, it just works. I know I shouldn't sound surprised, but we played one game together for about 40 minutes before realizing it was multiplayer and it just works. So this is really cool to see. I know some people have asked about this in terms of the party system or the party mode itself. The party mode is meant to be more of a way for obviously you and your friends to get engaged and kind of stay at the S&box main menu, invite them all in, have the chance to be able to talk to each other, see which games you want to go and play, invite them, or actually choose what it would like to do. I'm going to go on a little tangent here. In terms of the games themselves, which is specifically multiplayer or single player games, I know that there was some concepts that were shown around, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to show some on screen right now with all these different ideas that were going on with the main menu being redone at some point, which I hope they do take some of these concepts from the main menu. They look really cool. I'm hoping that there is a proper tag system for games so that you're able to kind of click on a tag when you're just choosing, maybe I want to play a single player game or an RPG game or whatever, to be able able to just click on a tag, have the games update if you're in the games tab itself, and from there be able to choose which game you want depending on the tag you picked. So side tangent aside, the winners. Choosing the winners was hard. There were definitely games that I felt should have placed that didn't. Games I had tons of fun playing that didn't place. And I guess that was a sign of a successful game contest. There is no doubt that the winners are all very much deserving of their trophies. The things that they managed to do blew us away, which is absolutely awesome. And we're going to get into the winners right now, which is on another page. These are the winners, which was number 1 is My Summer Cottage by Smallfish. This is a really cool game. I'm pretty sure you're going to see it up on screen right now. I'm going to show a little bit of gameplay. This was a ton of fun. This was pretty much, in my opinion, a really well done overall game that felt like a complete indie game in and out. I know that in terms of talking to Smallfish and kind of hopping into the voice chat after, like earlier today, they mentioned that they're going to be updating and doing a whole bunch of other stuff at some point with this game. I'm not going to say all the plans that they have because, of course, I don't want to reveal everything that they've done, but they have plans for the game to update it and do other things like that. So that's really awesome too. The second was Dark Descent by Fortune, which was absolutely awesome. I know that Fortune has been killing it in terms of doing certain projects here and there, and Dark Descent is absolutely wonderful. I think Fortune also mentioned about wanting to make the game multiplayer, which is really, really cool because in a game like that, I would love to be able to kind of like play with friends, chill and hang out and do other things like that. And number 3 was Rogue Arena by Eagle One Development Team. Now, Rogue Arena is an absolutely wonderful game as well too. I think this is really cool to see that, you know, you have a roguelike game, arena combat game, and with so many different things that were going on, I know that they're also going to be updating. Most of these games are going to be updating all their games and things that you can do within them. So it's not just only going to be a thing where you're just going to only see them once and they don't update them. They don't do anything with these games. But then you have number 4 with Squirtfire by Carson. Now, I heard that Carson made this game in 2 days. Carson, you're different, okay? I'm sorry, you're different, dude. You're literally different. And then we have Grug by Ape Tavern, which is a caveman survival game. You could play with your friends. You could play by yourself as well too. Either way, all these games are absolutely wonderful. I know there was like, I think a total of 73 entries and a couple of them were privated. So apparently some of them were not unprivated overall, but 73 games total. I was not able to try every single game. I know maybe some games I might see down the line if I can mess with. I would have to say I cannot wait for majority of these games to get updated and see what will come of them, just because of playing them, testing them, and messing around with them. They've been absolutely wonderful. So here's one of the most important pieces of information that we're going to get into, which is the future. This was awesome. We're definitely doing this again soon. The games are obviously suffering from a lack of players, so we need to find a way to get people online to play together more. We had some pretty good spikes, but there wasn't enough to have 24/7 people online. Actually, releasing S&box is the solution to that. You heard that right. That brings a whole bag of other problems. I think we'll probably try a middle ground option for the next contest and then do a full release after that. We're getting closer and closer. And I know that there has been, it's very generalized in terms of like what they're going to be mentioning about soon, but it seems like this is incredibly exciting because that means after the next game jam that they're going to be doing, they're going to start to slowly then do a full release. So that means that there's probably going to be more marketing, more everything that's going to be going on. Who knows? We're currently in spring. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be in the summer. I think the summer could be the absolute best opportunity. And reason being is because you have so many different types of people who are not in college, not in school, whatever it might be, that you have so many people available. You could actually get this perfect timing for so many people to be on before you fully release it, probably by the time that it is the end of summer. Again, I don't know, but I'm super excited. Very, very, very interested to see where all this is going to go. But thank you so much for watching. If you are interested and you want to know about the games that I had talked about that had won, I did showcase them, which is on screen right now. So definitely check them out. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.